Alright folks, here's a quick little video of changing a flat tire. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't change flat tires anymore. They have AAA, they have tow trucks, they have, you know, your insurance company come down and change a flat. But just in case you ever do, and you're stranded in some weird, dark place, or your tow truck company hasn't gotten to you in hours, listen, teach your kids, male or female, change the freaking tire. Alright, so what you need to do is pull over to a nice safe spot, hopefully with some lighting, and hopefully with the tire that's flat is on the side of the road where the cars are not gonna supposedly hit you. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you need to pull out your spare tire, pull out your jack and all your tools. So the first thing you do is drag out your spare tire, take out your jack, take out your little jack handle that actually cranks the jack to go up. If you have a wheel lock, the wheel lock should be stored in the back with it. Otherwise, sometimes they store it in the glove box or the center console. And then you need your lug nut handle to loosen up those lug nuts. All right. So the first thing I usually do is I go and I set the emergency brake. Okay, that's the first thing you want to do so the car doesn't roll. All right. So whether you have a emergency brake that you pull with a handle, or you got the one that you step on, just go and step on it. Make sure it's all set. Right? You want to be on a flat surface. You want to be on a smooth surface. Okay? Sometimes you have no choice but to go on gravel road. But you got to try to find something smooth. Otherwise, there's a little tiny little thing over here that the jack is supposed to stand on. It's going to be too rocky. And see how thin it is? It's only about maybe 2 inches wide. The car can fall off the jack stand. Okay? So the first thing I like to do is I like to break all 5 lug nuts loose. All right? So I'm going to take my lock here and I'm going to crack open all the lugs to get them loose while the car is on the ground. Okay? That's the best way to do it, because then the car's not moving. If you happen to have a pair of gloves, why not? Okay, did this in the rain yesterday, pouring rain in the dark. All right, so your lock nut, if you happen to have one, is a certain design. It only goes a certain way. You just turn it slowly and you notice that it's going to fall right in. This jack handle goes right in. I usually keep it at the 9 o'clock position. Okay, 9, 8, or 7. And then you want to grab this while you're holding it in and push down at the same time. So you want to just crack it open like that. Same thing with all these other ones, okay? Make sure it's all the way in. Just give it a push. Crack it open. All right? If you're having a problem pushing it because you don't have no strength in you, what you do is you keep it at the... I'm going to just tighten this one up. Keep it at the 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock position. And just step on it like this. Give it a nice step, foot, and push down on it. And you crack it open. All right, so that's what you want to do. You just want to crack them open right now while the car is not moving. Okay? All right, so everything is cracked loose right now. Now we're on to the jack part. Okay, I'm going to show you on this jack part here. This jack has a little lip right here. Okay, that little lip is going to face another little lip that's up on top. I'm going to show you that. Okay, this little lip is going to sit right in this little lip right in here. Okay, right here you got the little notches over here. Okay, 1, 2. It can go anywhere in that area over there. So what you can do is you can manually just turn this by hand. Okay. See how it starts to go up? And you want to line it up in that slot. Okay. So on this side, on the side here a little bit, as it goes up. You want it to fall somewhere in that slot. There you go. See it? Right in the slot. So kind of like cradles it like a little U. Okay? So when you're doing that, you're going to take your little handle that cranks the tire up. Okay? And you're going to crank it. Now I had gloves like this when I was changing the tire in the rain. And the only problem with wearing rubber gloves in the rain is that when you go like this, it kind of twists and grabs your rubber gloves. And it starts to be a pain in the butt. So you got to do it without gloves. What you do is you just crank it. And what you want to do is you want to raise the tire up. So I'm going to set you here as you watch the tire crank up. Okay? So it's a righty-tighty. So as it goes up, you'll notice that the tire is going to be starting to raise up. Now, but the tire is flat. So you have to go high enough to put the spare tire on. Because sometimes spare tires are taller than the original tire. So you have to go a little bit higher than this actual width of this tire over here. All right, see the little width of the tire? It's flat, so it's this thin. So you got to go a little higher than that. So I'm going to crank it up a little bit more. Do like an approximation amount. Okay. You can leave the jack handle there. Remember, you got to do this as fast as you can because depending on where you are, it could be kind of dangerous. Okay, so let's go back to taking this off. Leave your lug nuts as close as possible to you. Just put the gloves on so I don't get dirty. So it's getting dirty, right? If you have to, that's what you got to do. All right, so all the lug nuts are loose. You can, if you want to spin it like this, twirl like a baton. Get it off as much as you can. That's it there. Come on up. You're going to notice that the tire starts to spin out and get loose. Now, if you have a tire that does not come off loose, I will attach a separate video at the end and I'll show you how to get that tire off. Whatever you do, since it's on a flimsy jack like that, you do not want to kick the tire too hard because you can actually knock the car off its jack stand. Okay? On the video, I'll show you what is required to get that wheel off. All right, up to here, you're going to pull this wheel off. Put it off to the side. You have your new tire. Hopefully you have it at the right height. Which I do. All right, you see how the tire wants to come out this way? Hold it flat. I usually put my knee there to hold it. And you quickly want to put at least one lug nut on each side right away. Turn it in as far as you can, all the way in. And the reason for that is, God forbid something happens, tractor trailer comes flying by, gets a gust of wind and knocks it off. At least if it falls off the jack, it'll be on the wheel itself. Keep your hands and your knees away from underneath the tire. Okay? Because if it does fall, you do not want to be trapped in it. Okay? So at this point, we're just gonna give them a little snug. You gotta do it in a cross pattern. Okay? Almost like a little star. Reason for that is to tighten it up evenly. Because you do not want to cock it in any way by just tightening up these and then go this way in a certain order. But it will go on crooked. So give it a nice snug. Okay, give it a nice pull. And then we're going to lower the jack and tighten it some more. All right, so you got a nice tight grip to it. Okay, double check it. Okay, now we go back to our little jack, and we're gonna go in the reverse now. Okay, we're gonna go lefty. I'm gonna lower the jack. At this point, you can lower the jack as far as it goes, because you're about to put everything away and get the hell out wherever you are. Just throw the tire in the trunk, the back seat if there's nobody back there. You just want to get out of the area that you're in, because I'm sure you're in a bad spot. All right, once the jack is loose, you can take it off. If you want to be particular, you could just lower it all the way down. Otherwise, just take the jack just the way it is, throw it in the trunk, because you're going to probably use it again when you change the tire, or unless you bring it to a place and they'll change it for you. All right, so that's that. Let's go back to the lug nut. Okay, like I said, it's a temporary tire. They tell you that you can only go a certain mile per hour. Okay, it's only for temporary use only. Please abide by that rule. Okay, cross pattern, remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, those are your tools that you're going to put away in your trunk. You grab your tire and you go and you put it in your trunk. I'm just flipping the tire over here because I'm trying to look for a leak. Oh, there it is right there. I can see the hole right there. Whatever I ran over, it went in, punctured, and it came right out. So the good thing is that it's in the middle of the tire. This here can be patched, it can be repaired. If you ever get damage to a tire off to the edge, from this outer thread this way, it cannot be fixed. Same thing on this side. It cannot be fixed because it's on the edge. The edge is the part that actually flexes. If you ever get a tire that gets damaged on the side, either by running over a bottle or somebody slashed it, it's not repairable either. Okay? But because I rode on this tire for about a mile, they're gonna have to open it up and look inside and see if there's any damage. If there's any damage, it's gonna be time for a new tire. All right, this is from Costco, so I have a road hazard warranty. And you can see the dark marks. See this dark mark over here? This dark mark is because it was leaning on the rim. It was flat. So this might have cut this all up, all the way around. So they might have compromised this tire, even though it's flat. All right, so that's the only thing. When you drive it off to a safe spot, it's a possibility that you could damage the tire. All right, that's it. So put all your stuff away. I am going to Costco right now, and let's see if they can fix this sucker for me or give me a road hazard warranty and replace it. All right, free of charge, or they charge you some kind of a prorated thing for the amount of time that you used it. All right, but that's money towards a new tire. All right, thanks for watching. Ciao. All right, so here's the story on that tire. Went to Costco, and guess what? It's not covered on the road hazard warranty. The way it is explained is, even though the nail is in the middle of the tire, okay, I'm going to show you that picture right now. That nail in the middle of the tire is a repairable job. All right, so it would have been covered under the road hazard warranty. But because I drove on it, the rim made a mark around the tires and it chewed up the inside of the tire. So that is not under warranty. So that kind of voids the road hazard. So even though I told them that there's no way I could have pulled over once I got the flat tire to change the tire, they didn't give a crap about that. Because I rode on it and I damaged the inside of the tire, technically it's because I damaged the tire. Otherwise, the tire would have been fixed. So I asked them about the road hazard warranty in case it wasn't a nail in the middle. Suppose I ran over a bottle, hit a curb or whatever, then it would have been covered under the road hazard thing. But I also told them, I said, if I rode on it then, would that be covered under warranty? Gave me a little bit of a shrug of a shoulder. So I think that if the tire had blown out where they couldn't repair it whatsoever, it's covered under road hazard warranty. But because it was a repairable job, it was me technically that ran the car over to get to, I ran the tire over in order to get to a safe spot for me to change it. Didn't give a care about that. All right, so there it is. $303 later, have to order a tire. That's it. I gotta wait for it. Takes about 5 days. So they confiscated the tire. I am here with the rim, and that's it. I'm gonna ride a spare for a couple of days. All right. Thanks for watching. Ciao.